Okay, hi, welcome everybody. Okay, so you found yourself neutral with the Dark Mansion cardstock. Interesting. Everybody's so different with cardstock. It's so interesting to hear different people's perspectives on different cardstock. Hi, so we've got Aldona, Alexandra, DW, Ashley, Yawanda. So hello, Bart, of course, and Egyptian Famous. But don't forget, if you're in here within the first hour, of course, you automatically added. So what I'm going to do before we start, for those that watched the trailer, okay, you watched the trailer before the video started. Okay, for those that watched the video before the video started, the trailer. Okay, so can you tell me what the middle card was in the trailer? What was the middle card? Can you tell me what the middle tarot card was in the trailer? Hi, Lady Capera, how are you? So if you answer this question, you will win a free $5 reading for the live. Okay, so what you'll do is when it's your turn, you'll get a free, it's free, but you'll get a free $5 reading when it's your turn. If you can answer, the first person to answer the question on the trailer, what was the middle card in the trailer? For those that watched the trailer at the beginning of the live, before the live started, the trailer at the beginning, there was a middle card from the Chaos Tarot. Okay, the middle card. So if you can tell me what the middle card was on the trailer, not the silver moon is a tear in the Ko-Fi. So no, the middle card on the Chaos Tarot on the trailer. If you can answer that question when it's your turn, you'll be able to get a free a $5 reading. For those that watched the trailer at the beginning before the live even started, it was the Chaos Tarot when I used the Orphaly software. Now there was a middle card. If you can tell me what that middle card was, you'll get a free $5 reading. So those that watched the trailer, Aldona, Alexandra, DW, Ashley. Okay, so if you watched the trailer, do you know what the middle card was? So this is the list. Aldona, Alexandra, DW. Then I'll have Ashley, Yawanda, Egyptian Famous, and then Lady Capera. Are using your tablet easier to see? Greetings. Hi, Music Oracle. Yes, you're after, that's the list, and you'll be after Lady Capera. Okay. So if Aldona, Alexandra, and DW, if you know what the middle card was in the trailer before the video started, before the live even started, if you know what the middle card was, you need to say it now before your turn. And we'll have questions from Aldona, Alexandra, and DW to start with. Once I've done those three, then I'll do Ashley, Yawanda, and Egyptian Famous. Then I'll do Lady Capera. Oh. No worries, Music Oracle. I wondered that. I wondered if that would happen. No big deal with them having to change the music for the video. No problem at all. It happens occasionally with things. You just got to go with the flow with stuff, don't you? Like with stuff like that. No use getting worried about it or upset. Just go with it. And needs to be done. Right. Oh, sorry, DW, that you didn't see the card. You don't know what the middle card was in the reading. Okay, so if I can have questions from Aldonna, Alexandra, and DW. No, it's not on the live. Let me see. Let me do a little bit of a thing here before we start while we're waiting for some questions. Let's go into okay, whoops, it will be in three. Right, let me see if I can do this. There it is. Got it. No, sometimes they're not. Okay. I'm cheating. Hi, welcome, Peter. Reading another look at Lotus tarot software. Some of the decks that you can find on the Awfully's website. So we start with next deck we're looking at is the Chaos Tarot. So okay, let's put this into free selection. Okay, let's choose. Ooh, Seven of Air. Seven of Air, a sense of something's being taken from you. You feel as though something's actually being taken, something's feeling stolen. A sense of clarity in the situation, all sort of cutting away that sense of confusion. Ooh, so here you've got that sense of I get the sense of justice with this card here. So you get this sense of trying to find a sense of equilibrium, trying to find a sense of balance, having a look at the legalities of the situation and what's happening. So you've got this thing that feels like it's taken away from you. You've got this sense of needing to find a sense of clarity in the situation, remove any confusion, and really try and find a sense of equilibrium in yourself so that you can deal with any legalities of the situation, or dealing with that sense of the consequences of any actions, the truth of what's actually been happening here. Okay, so that's it from me. Take care and blessed be. Okay, so now I just showed you the trailer. That was what I did. Using the Awfully software, I did use the Chaos Tarot. And so if anyone can tell me what the middle card is, I'll now start the readings. Okay, I'm not sure where our Donna is. So if you can tell me what the middle card was, everybody now gets a chance. I've opened it up a little bit to everybody that's here. So if you saw what the middle card was, now I'll start with the question. So I'm not sure where Aldonna is. I haven't got Aldonna's question. So I'll start with Alexandra. Alexandra, then DW. So don't forget the best type of questions. Oh, Music Oracle, you got it. You were quick. Okay. Ace of Swords, Ace of Air, yeah. So yes, Music Oracle, you get a free $5 reading. You were first. And Ashley, because you were second, you'll get a $3 reading as well. You'll also get a little bit extra with your reading. I'm going to get you the first two people that answered. So that was a surprise. Music Oracle, you get a $5 free reading. So think about very carefully about your question. And Ashley, you're also going to get a $3 reading. So think very carefully about your question as well. Okay, so that means that I'm going to use tarot and oracle cards. What would normally be a donated reading, you're going to get a little bit extra with that. So congratulations to both Music Oracle and Ashley for your thing. So think very carefully about your question and what you're going to do. Because remember, when you're asking yes and no questions, you're not going to get a lot from the cards. Okay, so when you're asking yes and no questions, you're only going to get very yes and no. You're not going to get a lot out of the cards. And so the best way for me to do that, if you're asking yes and no questions, is going to be using the Angel Answers cards. The best type of questions start with it's giving you a little bit of time to think about your question, Music Oracle, so you can think a little bit more about expanding in how you can move forward on your journey. What's important for you to move forward with confidence, with the sense of thing. So thinking about your question. So when you're asking yes and no questions, I'm using the yes and no cards from the Angel Answers. And so we're not going to get a lot. Will your finances improve in the future as you plan? So let's have a look. What does it say? What do the angels say? So let's have a look here. Hi, AcuMarie. Yes, you'll be added to the list. So, angels. Will Alexandra's finances improve? Oh, there are some things that you need to reconsider. Okay, there are some things that you actually need to think about in regards to your finances. Oh, don't stress about it, Lady Kapira. Don't stress. I'm still got that video coming. I've still got to work on that video. I was just busy yesterday trying to schedule videos for March, but I will do that video for you, Lady Kapira. Don't stress about your thumbnails. Don't stress about them. Oh, if you like, if you've got some sort of regular type videos that you do, I can show you how to do a thumbnail creation. Don't stress about it. Relax, and I'll show you. I'll do that video. Don't let me forget. Okay, Alexandra. So there are some things that you need to reconsider in regards to your finances. Okay, there are some things that you need to think about in regards to your finances. That's super important here. So let's use the Angel Tarot. Oh, and the card that pops out is Ace of Earth. Okay, with the Ace of Earth tells me to look at the potential of what you need that you've okay, I just got the thought of making sure you've got contingency in place. So you've got contingencies in place for those emergencies. That's what I got here. The sense of potential about things that can happen. You got to look at the potential of things that could happen. That's why I get the sense of reconsidering in regards to what I'm going to say, in regards to any emergencies and things like that. So there are some things that you need to think about in regards to emergencies and put a contingency and plan for that. That's what I get here in regards to potential of things that could happen with the sense of reconsidering stuff that's going on here. Okay, so when we get reconsidered, there are some things that you need to think about, and I get that sense of contingency in regards to emergencies. Okay, and potential of things that could happen. So that's what we get there. Okay, DW. Right, your question, DW. Oh, no worries, Lady Kapira. You're welcome. No worries at all. Hi, Divine Feminine. Yes, you're added. Akira Marie's added. Whoops. Dropped a deck. That was really clever. Right. Okay. DW. Okay, DW, what was your particular question? You just want me to pull a card for you in general? Okay, a card for you in general. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got for you right now? Let's use... Actually, where are you? No, but that one. There we go. I'm going to use Journey to the Crossroads Tarot, which is my little creation. Okay, what does DW need to know in general? What's really important for DW to move forward? Okay, this card here is pulling out. And this one here. Right, okay. So this is Journey to the Crossroads Tarot. This is one of my creations you can find on Make Playing Cards. I made it for fun, really, using black paper and pastels. I just really created it. It was just for fun for me. And if you're interested in supporting the channel in any way, you can see my decks on Make Playing Cards, which you can find the link down below. Anyway, besides the point, here we go. What's going on with DW? Let's have a look here. Hi, Denise. Welcome. Right, okay, the first card we have here is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess asks us to look at knowledge from the past. I'm getting some stuff from the past that is maybe being kept silent, kept secret about. And so it's time for you to sort of really look at some of the past energies here. So we have the Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles to me is very much about trying to find that sense of harmony in your well-being. So looking at your past knowledge, how do you find a sense of harmony within your own well-being? How do you find that sense of that give and take, that sense of unconditional harmony in your life, that sense of being able to have that give and take balance? So it all comes from past experiences, which seems really important for you right now, to look at your experiences of the past is what I'm getting here, knowledge of the past, to create that sense of harmony that you have in your well-being. That seems really important right now, to make sure that you are receiving as much as you're giving out. Don't give too much of yourself away, DW. It's important that you have that boundary in regards to your heart chakra, making sure that you're not giving out too much to what you're receiving, making sure you have that balance, that you're receiving as much as you're giving out. At times is super important, and that comes from your past experiences, past knowledge there. Okay, so that's super important there. Okay, so there you are. So that was from Journey to the Crossroads Tarot with the High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles. Right. Right, so there we go. Ashley. So, Ashley, you have a $3 reading. So, what was your question? So, I'm waiting for Eldonna. I still haven't got Eldonna's question, but okay. So, I want Ashley, You Wonder, and Egyptian Famous. Ashley, so you've got a $3 reading that I'm doing for you right now. Okay, so you want to know how Norman's actually feeling for you. Let's use that with the Vesta's Art Love Oracle that I created. Again, you'll find on my playing cards. So anyway, the Romantic Tarot. So how does Norman actually feel about you right now? Oh, okay. How's Norman feeling about you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew. Okay, so let's have a look. We get a card here from Vesta's Art Love Oracle. So let's have a look. How does Norman actually feel about you right now? So let's have a look. What have we got? First card we have is Four of Cups. The Four of Cups here can be that sense of, with this I get a sense of just like giving, like trying to find a sense of stability in the relationship, trying to find a sense of stability in their own emotions. Feels like they want to give of something. Here we have 8 of Cups, but it's reversed. 8 of Cups reversed is that sense of not walking into anything. They feel very stagnant at the moment. Feeling very stagnant. Okay, so 6 of Swords is that sense of moving forward. So there is a delay to moving forward, even though they want to mentally move forward. There's this mental perception of wanting to move forward on their journey into the unknown, but they're unsure. There's that sense of physically, not emotionally, not being able to walk forward, not being able to move forward emotionally, not leaving behind the old stuff that's going on. Even though they want to mentally, emotionally, they're not able to. So the sense of wanting to be in control, we have the Emperor here wanting to be in control, wanting to be a leader. So how does Norman feel about you right now? It feels like they want to have some stability in their emotions, but they're unable to leave their emotions behind. Whatever it is, what's from the past is still keeping them stuck. Even though mentally they want to move forward and they want to be in control, there's some emotional stuff they still need to deal with. There is some emotional stuff they want to deal with at the moment. There is some emotional stuff that they need to deal with. Okay, Ashley, so let's have a look. So really the card for you now is just about living life. Live life to the fullest. Allow the healing to take place. Allow yourself to be grounded, to enable yourself to sort of, I want to say, reach towards the stars in a way, but I'm getting a sense of also the sense of being able to have this sense of just living life. Don't worry too much about. Norman's got his own stuff that he's got to deal with at the moment. He's got a lot of stuff that he's trying to heal and move through. So it's important that you live your life. You get on with life. You enable yourself to don't wait. Don't be, I just want to say don't wait. Just allow yourself to live life to the thing. Just get on with life is super important here. Actually, feels like Norman's got a lot of emotional stuff they've got to deal with, a lot of stuff that's going on. So it's important for you just to live life to the fullest, allowing yourself to just get on with life. Don't worry too much about what's going on with Norman right now. Feels like Norman's got a lot of stuff that they've got to deal with. Okay, so super important there for you to just live life. Okay. Right, next on the list. So this is the list that I'm doing at the moment. So Ye Wonder, Egyptian Famous, and Lady Kapira. And let me just type up this next free list. Okay. I'm just doing this. Just writing this list, otherwise it'll get behind. Thank you, Egyptian Famous. So Ye Wonder, and I'm just waiting for Lady Kapira's question as well. And Aldonna hasn't typed in there, so I don't know what's happened with Aldonna. But yet let's use Ye Wonder. So I've done up the next list, Music Oracle, Egyptian Famous. I've done up the next list for you guys that are interested if you want to. Next, so Ye Wonder and Egyptian Famous. And then, thank you, you three. And then I'll do, after that, I'll start the next list. So how does Mid feel about me? Let's do the Deck of Heroes. Don't forget, if you want more information, the donations, to use the pinned link or the links down below. Don't forget, with Ko-Fi now, you also have Stripe as well as part of the Ko-Fi. So it's not just PayPal, it's Stripe as well. So you can use your cards. Okay, Ye Wonder. How does Mid feel about me? Okay, so I just want to use this. Whoa! I was thinking of that question, and we got the Knight of Cups. So I got romance straight away. Knight of Cups is very much emotional. Knight of Cups is that sense of romance. So there is definitely a romantic feeling towards you. There's definitely some romance going on there. With the Knight of Swords, it feels like he wants to rush. There's that rushing into something. So just take a breath. I think it's really important to take a breath. There is that sense of thinking about things that are going on, but sort of rushing into something here. So we've got the Knight of Cups with the romance here, Knight of Swords with that sense of rushing forward. So it feels like it's quite intense. There's a lot of thoughts, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of thinking. So it feels like there's a lot of romance going on here in some way. Okay, so that's super something to think about there with the romance. Okay, so we have you wonder. Where was I up to? So what did I say? Oh, Egyptian famous, then Lady Capera. Right, Egyptian famous. Brain dead, you see. Oh, so you want to know what's going on with you being a hospice nurse? Let's do the Meraki Tarot for this one. Egyptian famous. Oh. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, these three flew out. So what do we got? First card, will you become? So we've got King of Cups. Definitely talks about being kind, caring, practical energy. The Hierophant, have faith. It's about your spirituality. I think it's going to be a big bonus for you. I think your spirituality really helps. I get a very much powering sort of energy with the King of Cups, the Hierophant here, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, you'll become successful being a hospice nurse. A lot of it is about your spirituality, you're kind, you're caring, but you also have a very practical sense to it. You don't let your emotions get the better of you when you're taking care of something. It feels like you're quite organized. You know, you're able to sort of get on and get things done here. I think your sense of your spirituality definitely, it feels like the good fortune. It feels like there's going to be some life's ups and downs, but I do feel overall that you'll do really, really well with being a hospice nurse. I think that's something that you can be very, very successful at. I think a lot of it is to do with your own beliefs, your own spirituality, your own emotions. Without getting the better of you, your emotions don't get the better of you, which is really important here. You're able to sort of have that practical approach to things as well. I get that with the emotion side of things. So yeah, I think you'll become really successful as a hospice nurse. I think you'll do really, really well. It's just about your self-belief. You don't have doubt. Don't doubt yourself. Do awaken to your beliefs there. Hi, Jaden. How are you? Yes, you'll be added to the list. You're just going to have to be a little bit patient. Okay, so Lady Capera, you want a general. Thanks, Egyptian Famous, for doing the list with Jaden at the end. You typed in Harden, but I think it's supposed to be Jaden with the list. Yeah, cool. General reading. Right, Lady Capera. Let's do. Okay. I'm going to use Tarot of Cleopatra. Yeah, hi, Divine Feminine. Yes, you did. I did see you. Oh, Egyptian famous, you forgot divine feminine in there somewhere. Divine feminine was somewhere just after Akamarie. Sorry, I forgot. Divine feminine's after Akamarie. Yep. Yep. That's right. After Akamarie, anyway. Right, general reading. So what have we got? General reading. I got 6 of Pentacles. Whew. Ooh, I just got, be aware of how much you're giving away of yourself, Lady Kapira. I think you need to be very careful about how much you're giving away of yourself. There are some things that you need to actually walk away from. There is something that you need to walk away from emotionally. You do need to be very careful about how much you're giving of yourself away. It's very important for you to... It's interesting because I got the word contract when I looked at Four of Wands here. I got the word contract or agreement in a way, a sense of yeah, I just got the word contract, agreement, a sense of agreement. There's something that you might need to walk away from in regards to, you need to be very careful in how much you're giving of yourself. I think that's super important. There's something that you need to look at maybe a little bit deeper in the situation, trying to find that sense of harmony in your well-being, enabling yourself to have that sense of I want to say there's like a completing something, enabling yourself to build foundations in your energy, which is super important here. Enabling yourself to build the foundations, having a sense of stability in your energy, your creative energy, which is super important. So just be aware of what you need to walk away from. Be careful of what you're holding on to, what you're creating in the sense of harmony in your well-being. So just be careful about how much you're giving of yourself away. Super important, Lady Kapira, at this time. Okay, Music Oracle, your question is next, and you get a free $5 reading. And it's interesting because I just got okay, so the next list. So I've got your question here, Music Oracle. So I want Akamarie and Divine Feminine's question is next. Okay, you've got a special project in mind, but you're not sure where to start. It's interesting because I just got the Starman Tarot really strongly here with the Sacred Geometry cards. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So I've got the Starman Tarot, which I haven't used for a little while, but just make sure there's no other cards in the box. Right. So the Starman Tarot, for those that don't know. Oh, you're welcome, Lady Kapira. Right. Music Oracle. This is your free reading that you earned, that you won. Congratulations. So let's have a look. You've got a special project in mind, but you're not sure where to start. Also, if I do get it started, will I be successful? Okay, special project. Let's have a look. Let's have a focus on this special project for dance, for Music Oracle. Music Oracle. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, the first card we've got here is Four of Wands. So it's important for you to build foundations. I'm getting very much about building foundations in regards to your creative project. So I get a sense of like a vision board in regards to your project. Okay, start with an idea, a first step is what I want to say, building foundations. So you want to create a to-do list, if you like, or a sense of a plan, a written plan about what you want your project to achieve, to create a foundation for your project. Here is about abundance. It's about giving birth to the project. Okay, with the Empress here, is really about giving birth, having that creative outlet, having that creative energy with abundance and beauty in what you want to achieve here. So building a foundation is going to be really important here. Having a sense of celebrating your success. So I do believe it will be successful. Okay, you built an outline. Cool. So I think it will be really successful. I'm getting that bounty, that abundance, that sense of congratulations, success. It's all about building that foundation. So you've done the outline. So that's confirmation there. That's confirmation. But using that base. Here you've got a sense of, yes, you're moving into the unknown, but it's really important with the Five of Cups. With the Moon is about moving into the unknown. There's an unconscious energy about it all. It's very, there are emotions. There are going to be like tides in and out emotions. It's all about what you choose to focus on. So, okay, it's really important that you focus on the not the spilt milk sort of energy, but that sense of positive, the cups that are upright. Focus on what you can control. Focus on the things that you need to do to achieve your goal. That's super important, being able to look at your goals. Keep I just get a sense of keep reviewing what you need to do. Keep working on that list, to-do list, and steps that you need to take. So that's super important to focus on what you can control, because there are some things in life you cannot. And know your potential. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's about knowing your potential of things that are going to put you on the right path and maybe distract you. Look at things. You also need to look at things that you just so that you're aware of some of those things that could hiccup you in a way, or put in challenges. It's okay to look at those things. It's okay to acknowledge the things that could be potentially hiccups, and look at putting in a contingency plan. Again, I get that word contingency here. And you've got King of Swords. So there are some things that you need to really think about, put in action. Think about your plans. Think about your ideas, your perceptions. Think about how you can communicate your in what you need to do. There's some things that you really need to think about. I think there's a real balance. Remember to balance your mind, your spirit, your emotions, and your thoughts. I think there's a lot of things that you need to sort of think about physically as well. Think about what you need to think about physically, what you need to do to be able to move forward with your potential and what you want to achieve. So I think you have real potential here to be successful. You really do. I think it's all about the planning, all about the executing each step of the way, one step at a time, doing a bit of a to-do list. That's super important. So the card we have here is 32, night into day. So let's have a look and see what the book says in regards to night into day. Now, this is card number 32. Graceful transitions. Graceful transitions. Okay, so your card talks about magic and grace fill the moments just as dawn is breaking. This is a time of transition, dark into light as the world turns and displays a new day. Owl guards the night sky as hawks patrol the day. Golden spirals form a dynamic flower, spinning the blossom of graceful transitions. Transition is afoot in your life. Each one of us is continuously shifting, expanding, and transforming. Change may seem so gradual that you'll hardly notice, or you may be poised in the moment between night and day, about to embark on major life transitions. Whether these transformations were brought about by circumstances or by your own intentions, you are required to expand your vision of what is possible, the potential, and embrace your desire for joy, growth, and freedom. The age in which we live spins so fast that sometimes it feels as if we are just beginning to understand how one event has touched us when another arrives without warning. Realize that even radical change does not have to be traumatic. How may you move more gracefully through the events in your life? How may the way you view change help your evolution to flower more gracefully? You are invited to view each transition you experience as another of life's adventures. Allow the owl and hawks on this card to symbolize a knowing that you are guided and protected in your personal evolution as you consciously move out of darkness into the morning light. Let this card be a signpost of graceful transitions. Wow, that is an awesome card. So I believe it's going to be really successful. It's all about taking one step at a time, doing a to-do list, a visual, allowing yourself to make sure that you set goals each day with what you want to achieve. Enable you to just do what you can one step at a time. Remember, goals are small. Small goals allow you to reach your bigger goal. Okay, one step at a time. You can only do one thing in the moment, and focus on that one thing. Get it done. Get it finished. Be complete. Sorry, I've got to put this away. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that sort of gets you sort of where you want to be. Knowing that you're going through the transformation, the changes, the transition. You're transitioning as you move through this process, as you do one step at a time. So yes, AccuMarie, take care, DW. Thanks for being here. Sorry, I just got to put things away as I move, otherwise I can't do things. Hi, All About Maine. How are you? Right. AccuMarie, then Divine Feminine. Yes, I need your questions. So doing a reading like that is one that you can donate for. If you want to get a little bit more information with a tarot and an oracle like that, there is the link there in regards. Otherwise, it's just 2 cards. Right, AccuMarie. So don't forget, if you donate, you're going to get a little bit more with the tarot and oracle. So Music Oracle and Egyptian Famous have been doing the lists for me. So if you're unsure where you are, just check those lists. And yeah. So let's have a look. Why do you keep getting rejected for jobs? Okay, I'm actually getting the Spanish Tarot here, AccuMarie. So let's have a look. Why do you keep getting rejected for jobs? What's going on with the oh, okay, that flew out. Akimori. The first card we get here is Three of Swords, which is that you will overcome the challenges. There are heartbreak. That's part of the process. It's being the sorrow, the disappointment, the heartbreak energy. Okay, I've got two more cards flew out, so I'm going to use these as well. Now we do get Two of Swords. So yes, you're going to find yourself at a bit of a crossroads. I think it's because you've got a lot of stuff weighing you down at the moment. That's why you're being rejected for the jobs. Okay, there is that sense of needing to complete. I feel like you're waiting for, there is something waiting for you. You're being rejected because you're moving through the heartbreak. You're at a bit of a crossroads mentally. I think there's a lot of doubt creeping in, which is why you're being rejected for jobs. Maybe you don't come across as being confident or experienced enough, knowledgeable enough in the job, anything. There is a lot of stuff weighing you down. You're getting a little bit stressed about it, and that can be coming across in regards to when you're doing a job interview. When you're stressed or worried about something and it's coming across in the job interview, it does put up a barrier. It does feel like you're putting up a blockage. You're not being open to the job or the situation. So maybe it's about taking a deep breath, Akimori. Maybe it's about allowing yourself, you are at a bit of a crossroads here. There is that sense of needing to balance the mind, get a sense of clarity in the situation. There is a sense of, as you sort of deal with any heartbreak or disappointments. Oh, my condolences all about Maine. My thoughts are with you during that time. Okay, Akimori, so I think it's a lot about just you're finding yourself at a bit of a crossroads, so you need to restore a sense of inner peace. Okay, you need to sort of let go of any stress or anything that's worrying you in regard to the job interviews. Allow yourself to be sort of open. Allow yourself to have that sense of, I want to say, creative energy. So I think there's a lot of work you need to do on yourself. I think it's a lot about having that sense of being able to overcome those challenges, know that something hard is waiting for you, being a little bit more open to the job. Don't let the worry and the stress, you can carry that through into the job interview. Okay, so it's about having a sense of inner peace within yourself, getting a sense of clarity, having a sense of inner peace with yourself when you go for the job interviews is going to make a big difference there. So that's why I think you can sometimes feel like you're being rejected for any jobs, can be what's coming across in the reading. Okay, so just remember, take a deep breath, allow yourself some inner peace, and you'll get through the job interview. Yes, Maho, yep. Mano can be definitely, yes, we've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes before I close the list. Yes, we do. Okay. Divine Feminine. Yep, so I'm doing the list at the moment. So I'm up to Divine Feminine. And then we have Denise, Amira, Dorothy, and Jaden. And then Manor, I will add your question. So don't add it in yet. Otherwise it's going to get lost in chat. All About Maine, you have donated. So I'm going to do your question next. All About Maine has donated. So they've got a reading coming up. VIP status. Don't forget, I'm not going to do the wrap up just yet. I'm just going to do the donations and then I'll do the wrap up after that. So what's coming towards you in love? Okay, I'm actually getting the interesting, because I'm getting the Maori Tattoo Tarot here, Divine Feminine. So let's have a look here. What's coming towards you in love? Okay, Divine Feminine, what's coming towards you in love? So here we have someone who's very practical. Getting someone who's I'm getting someone who's quite practical, down to earth sort of energy. So I'm getting someone who's quite practical, down to earth. Now it's interesting because I got the words legal, but I felt like he was illegal. Like someone coming in with something to do with legalities in some way. So that's what's coming towards you in love. I'm getting a very strong energy in regards to this person. He's very practical, clear-headed, always looking for opportunities. He's down to earth. But I'm also getting the words legal, like as though he's in legal or he's working with legalities in some way. So maybe someone who's working with in the court system. Okay, Divine Feminine. So I'm getting someone who's very with legals, very practical, very down to earth, organized, firm, assertive type of energy. Sort of like, this is it. This is what needs to be done. Sort of energy coming in towards you with love. So I'm getting a lot about for some reason I'm getting legalities. Somebody works in the legal issues, so something to do with the law or in some way. So that's what I'm getting very strongly in towards you, coming towards you in love, which is what I don't normally, it's not something I would normally get, but I'm getting a very strong energy. That you've got someone who's coming in who's very strong, who's very authoritative, has a very strong energy coming towards you in love. So that was quite different. It's not something I would normally get in a reading, but I got a very strong energy coming in for you. Quite an interesting one there. So I feel like you've got someone who's coming towards you who's very strong. Be careful about not losing yourself as well. I got someone who's quite strong energy. So just be careful you don't lose yourself in this person. Might be something you need to think about. Consequences of any actions, etc. Right, all about Maine. So I've got your question here, your VIP status, of course. So let's have a look here. Whew. Right. What advice should you be aware of? Okay, Santa Muerte stood out really strongly here. Where are you, Santa Muerte Oracle? I've got to do a little bit of a deep dive here, I think. Or did I pull it out? Oh, no. I think I pulled it. Oh, I did too. Right. I'm actually going to use the Santa Muerte Landmark to see if we've got anything extra there coming up. Okay. Now, All About Maine is a big supporter of mine, a big supporter on Ko-Fi, so I appreciate that. Whoa. Okay, so straight away. First one we get here is Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Oh, there's a lot of nostalgia. There's going to be a lot of memories being brought up. It's going to be a lot of nostalgia. A lot of memories of the past. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of thinking about things, thinking about what's need to be done. There is a lot of thinking to be done. I think there's a lot of thoughts, memories of the past, or memories of the future. And it feels like there is also okay, it's interesting because with the World card here, the hourglass came into focus very quickly. And I got the word timing. Time. So a lot of it's going to be about time management. I think there's going to be a lot of time management going on all about May. Time management. Ooh, interesting, because I got the Page of Swords, but the scroll actually stood out. So again, I get a lot of communication needed. There's going to be a lot of communication needed. There's going to be a lot of things that need to be faced. It could be about the reading of the will. I think there's a lot of things that need to be thought about, the truth of the situation and things like that. So I feel like there's going to be a lot to think about here with communication. There's a shift into the new thing. But again, I get that sense of time management is going to be really important with this process here. I think there's going to be a lot of timing, a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of memories being brought in, a lot of thought about what does the future hold for you all. I think there's a lot of things being thought about. I'm getting a lot of deep thinking going on here. So, yeah, I just feel like, and I get the reading of the will. I get the sense of the scroll stood out really strongly here when I looked at it. It was quite interesting. Yeah, I think you're going to find there's going to be a lot of stuff going on there. So what do we get here? We get card number 6, which is interesting. So let's have a look at here. Card number 6. I want to do another deep dive into this deck again. I haven't done it for a while. It's about order. Okay, this card represents the basic impulse, which interesting, with which all things are organized and organized according to determined principles and structures. Atoms organize themselves into molecules, just as neurons into the nervous system, giving a life to that which will become conscious and awareness as living things. By following this principle, structures begin to differentiate from one another in the primordial soup of chaos. And although they are primitive, they will develop into more involved and specific phenomena. Okay, it tells us to be organizing ideas, but also have the courage to abandon them if necessary, to not remain trapped in your ideas. Careful not to become trapped in your ideas. But I get that sense of being in order, like everything's in order, everything's being, and that's really important. Again, I get that time management issue. You have to meet on Friday. Okay. So that's where that's all going to be really important. So let's have a look and see what else you need to know. I'm going to use the Santa Muerte Lenormand as well. Let's do 3 cards. Let's see what 3 cards pop out. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The moon. Unknown cycles. You are moving into the unknown. There are some things to be discussed. You are dealing with a loss with the moon, but it's all with the mouse, but it's also about scrutinizing the information that you're getting. Scrutinize the information that you're getting. Now, there are going to be some challenges with the mountain. The mountain reminds us there are going to be some challenges to the situation. There could be some blocks, some delays to some things as well. So you're moving into the unknown. Yes, you want your uncle wishes to be granted, but there's going to be some challenges to that. I think there's going to be some people who may not agree, and you're going to get the normal family dynamics in regard to the situation. Yes, you want your uncle's wishes, but that's you. That's the way you are. You are such a you've got such integrity with things that I think you're going to be dealing with some challenges. There are going to be some, I think I'm getting a person like someone is going to try to block the situation, or someone is going to do that there. Okay, so there we are, all about Maine. Okay, so I think there's a lot of things to think about in the situation. Right, let me just put this away. Yeah. Right, so I'm still doing donations at the moment. Now, I will, once I've done all the donations, I will wrap up the free readings. Everybody will get their reading. No one's going to miss out. Those that have been in that first hour. Okay, I'm just doing the donations at the moment. Free lists are closed. Mano was the last one. I am doing the, so who was, Lily donate? Oh, so I've got Sarah and then Lily. Thank you for your donations. Muchly appreciated. So, oh, and you're welcome. So Sarah, so Sarah's question, and so who was Sarah? Whew. Sarah, then Lily. So who was Sarah? Let me just get into Fi. Sorry, guys, I just need to check where we are in this. Sarah and Lily, thank you very much for your donations. Muchly appreciated. If I can have your questions, that will be absolutely awesome. And don't forget, everybody that was in the first hour will be added. Okay, so let me just wrap up. I'm going to do the okay, Sarah, and then thank you, Music Oracle, appreciate that. And then I will do Lily, and then I will do the I'm just going to do ending soon, because there's definitely no more free readings after the I've done my list. So those that are on the list will get their readings, no problem at all. I'm not wrapping up as in ending. I'm just said we're ending soon. It means I'm just doing the donations, and then I'm going to do all the free readings that came in the first hour on the list. Everybody is going to get their reading. We have plenty of time to relax and enjoy and think about our question. Okay, so Sarah, your question is, what's happening to your guy friend? Okay, so what do you need to know in regards to your guy friend? Okay, so you want to know what's going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use, interesting. So I'm getting Blessed Be card here, which is kind of weird, but anyway. And so if I'm using Blessed Be, it's that universal Celtic cry. Right, what's happening to your guy friend? So let's have a look here. Okay, just take a nice deep breath and think about your question, those that are coming through for readings. So just take a moment to breathe. Everybody will get their reading. It's not a problem. You just got to stick around and be patient. What's happening? Let's have a look. What's blessing? guy friend. Oh, there we go. Right, so no idea what that card's about, so we'll just wait. Whew. So what's happening? Okay, question is, what's happening to your guy friend? Let's have a look here. 5 of Pentacles. Feels like they're in a bit of a, I want to say like a meditative state within themselves. They're in their own little world. With the 5 of Pentacles. They need a lot of courage, a lot of strength. They need to stand in their own power. I feel like they're in their own little world. There's a lot of stuff happening, a little bit of a poor me sort of energy. They've got a lot. They need to stand in their own power. They need to have strength. They need to have courage to be able to move through, to have a breakthrough in their energy, to have an understanding of what they need to do. Comes from their own independence, their own energy, their own creative energy, their own passion, their own desires. Okay, I feel like they've got a lot of healing to do. There's a lot of shifting in their own thoughts. I do feel like they've got a lot of stuff to deal with personally. Okay, so it comes from your support. I feel like a blessing on your love. So I feel like coming from your support, your love, being open to just being there is going to help to assist them on their journey here. So if you can just take a moment to sort of take a breath, allow yourself this ability to just be there is what I keep getting here. Is just be there, be open to supporting them, to love them unconditionally, to be unconditional in your support. Don't expect anything from them. They're dealing with a lot of their own, needing to find their own strength, their own courage. I feel like there's a lot of healing needing to done to have an understanding, a breakthrough in their journey. So you can reach out and just say, hey, I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. I'm here if you want to talk. I'm a friend. Without being pushy, without being too intrusive, just say you're there to support them if they want to talk or they want to just hang out, or without any expectations, dead red roses. I think it's important that you are just there for them. You're there to support them. You're there to just be without any expectations. Don't intrude. Don't make them feel like you're being pushy. Definitely reach out and just say, hey, look, I'm here. I'm here if you need me. I'm here to support you. It's about the love. It's about showing your unconditional support without being pushy. I think that's really important, dead red roses. I think that's really important to just be there without any expectations, without anything, without being pushy, without being too intrusive, without having to know all the details. You don't need to know all the details. Just know that they need your support. They need your love. They need your, they just need you to be there without being pushy. You're a friend, and a friend does that without any expectations. They may not tell you all the details. They may not feel ready to share completely with you, but just knowing that you're there to support them, whatever they need, could be a start. Yeah, definitely reach out and say that you can support them, that you care and you're there. Okay. Okay, Lily, you're next with your reading. Okay, so I'm going to I'll do the free list after this music oracle. Denise, Amira, Jaden, Manor, Nisha, and Suman, and then that's it. That's the last of the free list. But donations and that are no problem. I will still do those people on the free list. They're just got to hang around and wait. If they're patient and they type in their question when they're asked, they'll get their questions. Right, so let's have a little bit of a focus on this one. Your partner Hector is out of jail sometime next month. You've been through quite a lot here already. What does our future look like upon his release? And it's interesting because I'm actually getting the Swagatum Tarot for this one with the Gita, but I'm actually going to, because of circumstances, I feel I'm also getting Shadow of Light, which is interesting. So, been through quite a lot already. What does your future look like upon his release? Interesting. So what does your future look like, Lily, with this? I feel like you've got quite a bit going on here. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to sort of think about and reflect upon. So just take a nice deep breath, Lily, because there's a lot of stuff going on here. I feel like there's a lot of energy going on to this. Oops, I don't want to wreck that deck. Okay, so what's the Gitter card we're going to focus on today with this reading? Interesting card with our enemy card. So we have to do a little bit of a reading on that one. And I'm just going to throw in Shadows of Light. Okay, so let's have a look. What does your future look like? Okay, the future is Four of Cups. Four of Cups is you need to be very aware of your environment. Okay, you both of you need to be very aware of the emotional aspects of what's going out. It's about building. I feel like you're going to be I feel like there's a sense of rebuilding the emotional aspects of the relationship, a sense of stability, building new foundation, rebuilding foundations, rebuilding a sense of stability in the emotions is going to be super important here too. Also looking at agreements within the relationships is going to be being very aware of the environment around the relationship. Okay, 10 of Smoke. I feel it's going to be very important that you guys find a sense of taking a break from all the chaos and stuff around you. I think it's very important that you give him that opportunity to be able to adjust to the situation here with 10 of Smoke. I'm getting a sense of respite. He's gone through some challenges, and there are some stuff that he's going to have to deal with personally, and you're going to have to give him the chance to have that freedom to do that. Okay, that's super important here. Here we've got the Empress. So don't let your ego get in the way here. Okay, don't let your ego get in the way. This is a birth of something new, to have the abundance and prosperity that you want within the relationship. I think there are going to be some challenges to that. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. Now, the Wheel of Fortune to me is very much about life's ups and downs. There are going to be some decisions that need to be made. It's going to be a bit of a risk, a bit of a gamble in the relationship with things that are going on. Super important, Lily, here. So Now, when we're talking about the enemy, okay, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? Krishna replied, it is lust alone, which springs from contact with the mode of passion and is then transformed to anger. It is the mighty, all-devouring source of sin and the true enemy of the world. So it's about anger. To me, this card here, the enemy is going to be about our emotions, the sense of anger, the passion, the sense of disagreement, maybe not being quite on the same page. The enemy can be about that sense of not allowing him the transformation that he might need, the transition. Okay, be careful about introducing the baby into the life and to give him the chance to adjust to outside world. Okay, adjusting from being inside to being in the outside world can be a huge adjustment to some people. So give him the chance. You don't know his full experiences. He won't have told you what he's dealt with inside. So the enemy could be his anger. He could have anger within himself, anger towards himself during times. So that could be his own enemy as well. So be careful. Allow the transformation, the changes, the transition to move through that process. The enemy could be very much about the emotions side of things with what you're feeling. Be honest. Have integrity. Have honest. It's going to be a bit of a stormy period. Okay, I do feel like there's going to be a bit of a stormy period of adjustment needed. Okay, it's going to be life's ups and downs. You are going to have some challenges. Lily, I think it's important to adjust. Okay? Okay, Lily, so that's really important to look at what is your sense of, it's going to be quite stormy. It's going to be a bit of an adjustment, a challenge to what's going on. So just remember to give him that space, that freedom to adjust from experience. Okay, so that's going to be important for him to do, to be able to adjust from being from the inside to the outside world. Is very different. Remember, he's adjusting from being told what to do and then being given the freedom to choose what to do. It's a huge adjustment coming in from jail to the outside world. So remember that, to give him that freedom, that respite from the chaos that he's used to within the jail, to create building the foundations in the relationship. Really important here. There's a huge thing to think about when you're thinking about the enemy. It can be the enemy, we're sometimes our own worst enemy with our anger, our emotions so it's going to be a bit of a stormy period. Remember that, to adjustment there. There's quite a bit of stuff to think about there. So we've got the list which Music Oracle has done for that. That's super important. Very, very important, Lily, for you to think about. His need to adjust from the inside world to the outside world is very different. Okay, so it's important for him to be given that freedom to allow that transitional period. So be gentle, be kind, be understanding, Lily. Give him that freedom, give him that space, that respite. That 10 of smoke talks about having that freedom with the transitional stuff. Okay, so let's do the wrap up. We're ending soon. Doing the free list. This is the end of the free list. We're doing Music Oracle did the list for me. Okay, this is the last of them. Denise, Amira, Jaden, Manoa, Nisha, and Saman. That's all I'm doing today. I've already been on for an hour and a half. So now I am wrapping up. Okay, I am wrapping up the free list. Okay, if you want to book don't forget I'm on again in a couple of days. For those that have just come in, welcome. I'm sorry if I've missed you and things. So this is the list. This is what I'm doing now. This is all I'm doing. So Denise, right, you're first. Let's focus on you. So I'm only focusing on one person at a time in the questions that I'm doing. I cannot do everybody's reading. List is closed. Only those that are on the list is all I'm doing, because I've already been on for an hour and a half, and I totally appreciate you guys waiting for your readings. But I can only do so many because I don't want to burn out. I will be on in a couple of days. Don't forget, you can book your private reading with me through Ko-Fi or through Fiverr. You can find the links down below. Right, Denise. Woo, what impression will you make on the recruiters at Delta Airlines? And it's interesting because I just got the Waterfall Tarot, and I feel like that's going to be the deck I use for this one. What impression? Sorry, I just got to stop. I just got told to stop just a second. Just take a deep breath, Denise. I just need to light another incense stick. Whew. Just got told I just need to sort of clear the air a bit. Whoa! I do not want to drop all my decks. That's going to be pick up 1,000. I do not want to do that. Right, I'm just... Right, Palo Santo. That's what I want. I want everyone to take a nice deep breath on the last of the list. I'm finishing up. I'm wrapping up those that are on the list. Those that were on the list came in the first hour, and that's it. Guys, I do need to make sure that I am limited. I cannot do everyone's reading today. Otherwise, I am going to burn out. Whoops, I want the incense here. I've already been on for an hour and a half. So I'm just focusing. Yep, that's cool. Dorothy as well. Yep. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Music Oracle. Muchly appreciated you. I cannot do everyone's reading today because I'm going to burn out. So I'm just going to do what's on the list. And that's it. If anybody wants to do donation-based readings, no worries at all. I'll have to do them later. I really need to wrap up. I do need to finish soon because I've already been on for an hour and a half. Otherwise, I'm going to burn out. Do not want me to burn out. Otherwise, I'll be offline for a while. Okay, Denise. What impression will the recruiters at Delta Airlines during your interview process? What impression? Well, I got King of Swords. So to me, I think you'll get a very thoughtful, like they'll think of you as someone who's very thoughtful, very logical, analyzing situations. That's the impression they'll get of you. You're someone who thinks a lot. You're someone who is logical, who's able to analyze the situation and make a decision that needs to be done. Okay. I get a sense of contract, a sense of stability, foundation, celebrating. I think there's someone that they'll celebrate as being someone who can be very practical, very logical, very analytical, able to find solutions to problems. I think it's someone who's able to okay, so that's super important. So I think they'll think of you as someone who's able to make decisions. I think you're someone who's very logical, someone who, and I feel like they're going to be celebrating you in that way. I think there's a contract there. I do feel as though this could be quite positive energy. Okay, they'll be thinking about a contract. Not necessarily that you'll get the contract, but they'll be thinking about it. Yeah. The Four of Wands is that contract, that thought of a contract, that reason to celebrate. Feels very positive energy. So I do definitely feel as though there's something positive in the air for you in regards to this situation. Right. Sorry there. So I've got a mirror. This is a free list for those that have stuck around. So let me see if I've got a mirror's question here. So has Amira typed in her question? I can't see it. Whew. Amira, Dorothy, Manoa, and Nisha. So I didn't see Amira's question. So I'm going to do Dorothy's next. If they don't type their questions in, I can't do them. So only those that have typed their questions in will get their readings done. So Amira, Manu, and Nisha. What's coming towards you? Let's have a look. I really got to get going after these few. So I'm going to do, I've actually got Supernatural Tarot coming in. This is interesting. Haven't used this for a little while. What's coming towards you? What does Dorothy need to know that's super important right now? What does Dorothy need to know? Oh, Jaden and Suma type it. Cool. I'll do Jaden and Suma as well. Okay, cool. Okay, what's coming towards you? Cool, brilliant. Thanks, Music Oracle. Big help. Okay, Dorothy, what's coming towards you? You've got Nine of Goblets. Nine of Goblets is talking about some news arriving. It can be something emotional that's coming into your way. So it does feel like there's some news coming. Now, you might be feeling a bit stressed, a bit worried about things. Okay, with the news coming, it might feel a bit like stressful, a bit worrying. But it's all about how you choose to react to the situation. That's going to be super important here, Dorothy. It's really important. It feels like you've got some news coming. You've got an announcement happening. It's going to be a little bit stressful, a little bit worrying for you, but I do feel it's all about how you choose to react that's going to make a big difference. Take a nice deep breath. Ask for support when you need it. Okay, I feel like the need for support. How you choose to react is going to make a big difference. Don't be excessive. Act with moderation is going to be really important here. So take a nice deep breath, Dorothy. Don't allow yourself to rush into and how you express yourself, put it that way. So when the news arrives, I do feel like it's going to feel like you're a little bit stressed, a little bit worried about it. Just take a nice deep breath. Allow yourself to how you choose to react to the situation. Super important there. Okay, so next. Okay, I'm just going to do questions here. I'm a little bit... Oh, I forgot Jaden. I got no idea whose order. I'm just doing questions as I see them. Everybody will get their reading. If it's not in order, I'm sorry, guys. But I'm just doing just trying to get everyone's question in. Has Susan cleared the cursed? Why would you have cursed energy? Why would Susan need to clear it? That is something that you do yourself. How much power do you choose to give it? Okay, angels coming in here. Got angels coming in really strongly. Okay, now this is interesting because I just got stopped with the angel and the occult again working together. So here we go. Whoa, okay. Archangel Michael. Straight away with the direction that you choose to go in, all about the contemplating, all about having success if that's the way you choose it to be. Okay, success, victory. There was no curse. Don't know why you believe there's a curse on you. Walk away from it. 8 of Cups. Walk away from it. Leave it behind. It's only what you give power to. Jaden. It's what you give power to. If you give power to the curse energy, that's what's going to rule your life. It's about walking away from it, leaving it behind. All about, with Archangel Michael, know that you're protected, you are safe. It's all about what you give power to. Really important here. Straight away, as soon as I got this, as soon as I read your question, straight away the images to me was about you are protected, you are safe. How much power do you give that cursed energy? It's all about the power that you give it. What's your focus on it? That sense of you're contemplating the direction that you're moving in. You're contemplating your own successes. So you're contemplating your own successes. So how much power do you give the curse to the direction that you're moving into with your own life? You can decide for yourself. It's not about what anybody else thinks or feels or sends towards you. It's how much energy do you give to the curse. With the Chariot here, it's about contemplating the direction you're moving in. With Archangel Michael, it's knowing you're protected. Attachments, cords of attachment. It's that, how much do you attach yourself to the curse, or the curse energy to yourself and your children? Jaden, it's all about the power that you give it. It's all about that cords of attachment that you give to it. Interesting with Vipar. Vipar is all about the storms and rough seas. So how much are you creating those storms in your life? Your guide of the waters, guide of the emotions. But how much are you creating with the thought, the power you're giving the curse? It's all about your own protection, your own cutting the cords of attachment, sending back for what was. How much power do you give that person that you feel has cursed you? And why would Susan need to clear it? You can clear that yourself. You don't need someone else to clear any energies. Only you can protect yourself. You have your own power, Jaden. Your own power. Power lies within yourself. Right. Whew. Okay, so I'm just doing everyone's question. I'm sorry if I'm not in any particular order. I'm just... Right, Manor. Okay, so you did Manor's question here. Thanks, Music Oracle. Oh, Manor, then Nisha and Suman. Thank you. Manor wanted to know. Right, thank you. Thank you, Music Oracle. I've got that now. Whew. Manoa wanted to know how their person of interest felt about them. Okay, Manoa. Okay. Siddhartha Tarot. No, yep. Thanks, Nisha, for your question. I've got it there. Thank you. How does their person of interest feel about them? So Manoa. So that one's popping out and that one there. Right, Manoa. Success and victory with a sense of rest and restoration. In other words, I got rest and restoration here. Sense of, taking time out. So we've got Six of Wands with success. We've got victory, wanting to move forward. Yes, there's been some battles, there's some challenges in regard to their journey, but they're wanting success. They're wanting victory. It feels like they, but here we get the sense of rest and restoration. It feels like they're doing a lot of healing. Yes, they want to move forward. They want success in the relationship, but they're needing to take care of themselves. They're needing to heal. Okay, there's a sense of rest and restoration here. So I'm getting a sense of sort of taking the time out to heal, taking the time to restore their energy so that they can build forward in their relationship, so they can have success in relationship. Okay, so they're doing a lot of healing. So they're thinking about what they need to do to achieve the goals. Okay. So that's all I'm getting from that very, very quickly, is that sense of rest and restoration, sense of success after any battle. So they're doing a lot of healing. They're doing a lot of restoring themselves is what I'm getting here. A sense of restoring who they are and what they want in a relationship so that they can move forward with success. And then we want Nisha, which posted, and then I will do Suman, and then I'm not sure who else. Amira we're still waiting for, right? Okay, so you're wanting to know, will you hear good news from Monique, your case manager, before March? And you're asking a yes and no question here. So let's do angel answers with the yes and no. Let me do this first. Will you hear good news from Monique? Will Nisha hear good news? Interesting. This has come out again. The word reconsider. So there's some things you might need to reconsider before you hear good news from your case manager. Some things to think about. There might be some information that your case manager may need before they make a decision. I feel like there's something that's missing from this. Let's use this one from Jane Wallace's Angel Tarot. So I feel like there's something missing. There's some information that needs to be thought about before they hear the good news. Okay, so we've got Two of Wands. It's in progress. Okay, still in progress. Still some choices to be made. Interesting, because we get both twos, trying to find that sense of balance. The juggling. Here we get things in progress. There's some things still to be juggled. Okay, so the reason why I've done some extra cards here, the sense of, will you hear the good news? It tells us that there's some things that are being reconsidered. There's some things that are juggling. It's in progress. It's still no decision yet being made. I think you need to chase it up again. I still feel like you need to chase it up. There's some information that's needed before thing. It does feel like it's still being juggled. It's still unsure. There's still in progress. Still no decision being made. So I think you might need to chase it up. I do feel like you need to chase it up, Nisha. Your case manager should have got hold of you by now. If, like you said, if it's been a couple of weeks, been trying to contact her for weeks and she hasn't hit you up yet. So I think you might need to chase it up. You might need to talk to okay, I just got, you might need to talk to a supervisor. You might need to, Nisha, I feel like you need, this should have been dealt with. I feel like you need to chase it up. You need to talk to a supervisor is what I got. I think you might need to go above, because something's happened. I feel like something's not quite being, I feel like you need to chase it up. Okay, Sue Man posted and done. Amira hasn't posted. So if you are on the list and you haven't typed in your question, can you please make sure your question has been typed in? Like, there's a few people that didn't type in their questions. So I'm waiting for Suman. Right. So here we go. So if there was anyone else on the list that hasn't posted their question, that's got to be posted now, because I am ending. Okay, I've been on for nearly 2 hours, guys. So just remember that. So this is it. Okay, I'm going to do Hocus Pocus here. Hocus Pocus. What does YOUIR truly feel? Okay, what does YOUIR truly feel about you? What does YOUIR truly feel about you? Let's have a look. Okay, what have we got? 10 of Lightning. 10 of Lightning is very much about things ending, things being final. So there's some things that are being final, waiting for new opportunities. It gives you a new idea, a new thought, a new plan. And here we've got 7 of Candles. Standing up for one's conviction, feeling like they need to speak. Okay, we're getting that something's ending in YOUIR. Okay, it feels like something's ending and that they need to speak up for what they want. So I'm feeling like they're trying to decide whether they're on the same page. I feel like there's this ending of maybe they're not quite on the same page as you. Okay, what I'm getting here about not being on the same page with the 7 of Candles. I'm getting like they're not on the same page as you are in regards to your feelings. Okay, I feel like there's an ending, something being final, time to sort of let go of it. I don't feel like you're on the same page. You're wanting the same thing in life. I think it's time for you to start moving on, Suman. It's time for you to start looking at your own life. I feel like that you're not on the same page. You're not on the same page here. I don't think it's going to be quite in the relationship that you want. I don't think they don't feel the same way that you do. I do feel like it's an ending. It's a thing of you're not on the same page with the 7 of Candles here. 7 of Candles tells me you guys are not on the same page. You're not on the same page. You're not going to want the same things out of life. You're not wanting the same thing. I think it's time for you to start living your life. It's time for you to start sort of letting things go. No, you're not. It's you're in a no contact situation. Okay, so that's why I'm getting that. No, you're not on the same page. Okay. You're not on the same page. It's time for you to start living your life. Time for you to start moving forward, letting go. Time to just let go. Time for you to look for new opportunities in your life. New thoughts, new plans, new ideas. Time for you to start living your life. Okay, so that was the end of the readings. Thank you to everybody that was here. No one sort of typed in that wasn't here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up with just to pick a pile just to start with. Take care, Suman. Take care. Right, so I'm going to do a bit of a pick a pile reading. Now, this is going to be a little bit... Oh, drop the mouse. That was really clever. I mean, don't want to break that. Right, I'm going to do this a little different. We're going to look at Uncover Your Past Life Oracle. So you're going to look at energies from your past. Don't want those cards because they're all blank. I don't want the blank cards. I don't like everything with those. Okay, this is going to be a little different. Amira, I've been waiting for your question. Okay. Third life you've remembered. Okay, so this is the end of it. I'm finishing up. Amira, I was just waiting for your question. I have been waiting. We've been waiting a long time for your question. So, while we wait for your question, Amira, I'm just going to do a pick a pile. Now, this is going to be a little different. This is about uncovering your past life energy. So, this is something that you might need to work on. You might need to let go of. It doesn't serve you well in this time. So, I'm just going to do 2 cards per pile. 1, 2, or 3. And then I'm going to do a mirrors. I'm going to do a mirrors reading, and that's the last one. Thanks for posting your question, Amira. I did say that you came in. You were getting a reading. All right. So I will do a mirrors, but I'm just going to do this first. So I've just done Uncover Your Past Life Oracle. And then I'm going to use Healers of the Earth, as it's by the same artist, same creator. I would have loved some of her other decks, but just... Right. One, 2, 3. Yep, Amira's the last one. So I will do Amira's question, but I'm going to do it last after this pick a pile. Right. Number 1. If you've picked pile number 1, 2, or 3, right? 1, energies that you're letting go of is your perception of the devil. Okay? Maybe you felt like you were persecuted by a leader in regards to your perception of the devil. Okay? And it's about being in control. So it could be to do with that. And so it tells us that it's about you now reaching new heights of understanding, a sense of ascension, your perception of the devil. That's your pile number 1. That's really important. And you might have been prosecuted by a leader, or you might felt like you were in control or not in control. Perception of the devil card here. And this is about you moving to new heights, new ascension, new development. Right, pile number 2 is maybe you were executed. You were hanged, executed in some way, and that came from a rise of a civilization. As the civilization develops and grows, maybe you were persecuted, you were hanged, executed in some way, and so it's about connecting with your yin, your divine feminine. Maybe because you were it's about connecting with your feminine aspects, could be really important here about being receptive to who you were as a divine feminine. And so maybe it was a very patriarch energy, so you were executed. So it's about embracing that feminine energy within you. Right, pile number 3, we're looking at the law. So you were judged, you were Lord. Maybe you gave too much of yourself away, and so you were judged by the law. You were, again, I just feel like you were judged by the law for giving too much of yourself away. And so, okay, interesting. So it's about a flight plan. So to have that lack of closure. So it's about finding a sense of closure within yourself. Okay, so charity, you might have given away to a charity of some sort. Interesting. So it's about having a sense of closure, about moving forward on this journey. Maybe you disappeared from life, and so you've got to appear. You've got to stand out. Okay, so that's 1, 2, or 3. So that's it from there. So being judged for giving to charity or giving of yourself, giving a lot of yourself. And so travel, having a lack of closure. So time to find a sense of closure within that. So interesting readings there. Right, Amira, your question. Those are just the energies that are being sort of cleared away from there. Right. Well, it depends on what work you put in regards to being a model. So let's do the field tarot in regards to this. Okay, a mirror being a model. So what's it going to be? What's it like? Okay. Interesting. The first card that flipped over was the Chariot. Okay, the Chariot is about contemplating your life, but it all can be about successful. It's all about the direction you contemplate you're taking. So what action are you going to take to get to being a successful model? It all depends on the action you take. Again, it's about your sensuality, about your beauty, about taking care of yourself. It's all about, I do get a lot of abundance. You could be very successful, Amira. You could be very successful in being a model, but it's all about the action that you choose to take. It's all about the creation. Okay, so Amira, you can be very successful, but it's all about the action, what you choose to contemplate. But you've got to do it. You've got to take, get the right photographer, do the right profile, get the right agency. Make sure that you have a safe agent, a well reputable agency is important. If you want to be a model, you're going to have to be you have to have a successful agent. You're going to have a reputable agent. You have to have an agency. No, Amira, no. You can only be successful, not with your mum. You have to have a reputable agency. You have to have the right model agency. Make sure to be successful, you've got to have a good agency, not your mum. Not your mum, Amira. You have to get the right agency. That's what it's about, contemplating the direction you're moving in. You can only be successful with the right model agency, not your mum. A reputable agency that can get you the jobs. You have to have a reputable agency. You have to have someone who's got the qualifications to get you the run. You have to decide, contemplating the direction you want to move in. Do you want to do photography? Do you want to do runway? Do you want to do advertising? You got to look for the right agent yourself. You've got to be in control. You've got to contemplate the direction you want to go into and get the right agency. Yes, you'll be successful, but only when you have the right agency, the right direction that you're moving in. What type of model do you want to be is super important. What type of model do you want to be, Amira? There is a lot to think about. It is hard work. You got to be committed. That's why it's talking about contemplating the direction you're going to move into. Yes, you'll be successful, but only if you take the right direction you need to move into. There's a lot of work involved. It's not easy being a model. It is not glamorous. I want to put it out there. To be a model is not glamorous. It is hard work. Before I was knocked by a car and my hip was hurting, I was with a model agency in Hawke's Bay where I live as a teenager, and I'm going to tell you, it is hard work to do runway, to do photography. It is hard work. It is not glamorous. It is early starts, late night finishes. Even if you've got your period or you're feeling miserable or it's hard work. You've got to decide. You've got to work for the right. Oh, you've got a hard work. Take care, Lady Kapira. Yes, I'm going to work on your vid. I'm going to work on doing your. Message me, Lady Kapira, with the type of thumbnail that you want. What type of videos you sort of want to do. Okay, Amira, hard work, commitment. Got to get the right age. You've got to send in your CV, send in a profile with photos. Get some photos done by a friend or something and send them in. Wearing different types of outfits. You've got to find the right agency and the right photographer. Be careful about photographers. Make sure you have a reputable and not a. Be careful. Be aware. There's a lot of con artists. A lot of dangerous people around. Be careful. Be aware. Okay, guys, that's it. Over 2 hours. Oh my God, that is time for me to finish. I've got some work to do. Okay, take care, everybody, and thanks for being with Carte's Crossing. Thanks, Music Oracle, for your help. That was absolutely appreciated. That made a huge difference to me. Just keeping that list up and running and get everyone's questions and things sorted. So, yeah. Those that typed in a question, definitely. Right, that's it from me.